Hey y'all, it's a little preface to today's video. I got off trail at Walker Pass and I had intended to do that to let the snow melt. But also kind of have had a health scare while I was hiking. Um, about 3 days out of Wrightwood, I had an incident where I felt like I couldn't breathe and I almost passed out on the trail. Kind of managed to catch my breath, but had a few more incidences on and off where I felt like I couldn't breathe. But I kind of learned to recognize that and stop and take a few breaths. Can't wear my sternum strap very tight at all because it really feels like it restricts my breathing. So I want to get that checked out and be medically cleared to get back on the trail. So right now I'm spacing the last videos out every 4 days, so hopefully there won't be a big gap before I get back on trail. Hopefully I can get back on trail. So I hope you enjoyed today's videos and the ones that follow up. Thanks. Good morning, y'all. It's day 49 on the PCT. I just finished that 1.3 mile walk along the highway, and now you can finally hear me. Slept pretty darn good last night, longer than I have been in a while. But I'm ready to get on the trail. I'm happy to be on the trail. Have about 2,800 feet of elevation climb to start the day now, and it's 10 o'clock. Got a pretty late start just because I chose to take the bus back to the trailhead and it didn't leave till 9:30. Could have bothered a trail angel for an earlier ride, but seemed like this was just easier. I don't like to bother people. So let's see what the day brings. Ooh, only an hour and 20 minutes into my day or so, and found this nice cool little spot to take a short break. Just a short break to transfer some water to the front of my pack. Time to go though. Oh yeah, let's start a real tall exposed climb during the heat of the day. Only thing that makes me feel slightly better is there's like 4 or 5 other hikers up here with me right now, including Joe up there. It's funny, I met him second day in Lake Morena, and I'm surprised he's not way ahead of me because I know he's a strong hiker. Ooh, full load of water and 5 days of food made that climb pretty tough. But after a nice lunch break and a little rest, it's nice to be up at the top and have more or less level trail for a while. It'll float up and down, but nothing like this morning. We got like 5 miles to walk on this road now. You'd think road would be better than trail, but it's actually harder to walk on. It's rockier, it's steeper, it's slipperier, but it is what it is. Pretty nice to be up in some trees though. A little bit of shade really helps a lot. There's a bit of a breeze going, so not bad at all. I think I've only got about 5 miles to camper left. Yeah, it's good to be back on trail. I wasn't digging that road walk at all. 3.7 miles to camp and the spring, mostly downhill, so it's like 5:30, so gonna be much later than I normally get into camp, but then I did start much later, so time to get at it. Just 2.3 to camp. It's almost a pleasant feeling here in the shade. I just noticed there's got another hiker over here somewhere. There you go. That's Joe. He's been just ahead of me all day, except for a few leapfrogs where we took breaks at different times. Yeah, you know, I always like the trails that have the drop-offs next to them. Makes me feel like I'm back on the roof. I guess just high places are my happy place. Well, this is the water source I've been aiming at all day, and luckily I can get it from this pipe, you know, and not from the trough here, where I would be disturbing Mr. Frog here in his kingdom. Well, this is my little campground for the night. There's camp spaces down by the spring, just down the hill right there. But there's already like 5 tents set up there, and it's pretty tight. And honestly, I passed like 8 or 9 hikers that have to be heading here. So I imagine that there's going to be people set up here before the day is done. So I'm happy with my little spot though. So here's my dinner for this stretch. It's pepperoni and cheese with a little mustard on top, and of course the Fritos. Can't live without the Fritos. You know, I've not really had the opportunity to hang my food out often on this trail so far, but what I kind of figure is if I can hang it, I would do hang it. This trailer is kind of interesting here. It says the 4S Baking Company. Why wouldn't I love to know the story about how this got out here? I've been out here a while. Probably full of pack rats too. Well, and that's the end of day 49. Can't say it was a really great day for hiking. Seems like I take one day off and I lose my trail legs. So tomorrow's going to be another rough one because it's 20 miles to the next water. So I'm going to try to get up early and get some miles in before it gets too hot. So thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all.